Please be quick coming in and out so we don't lose too much of the heat. Oh, wonderful.
There's some disinfection right here. You guys want a quick spray, but we need to quickly transfer things in and out so we get going. We have to be out of here as soon as we start. Otherwise, get a mask and 2 blocks.
Please get a mat and 2 blocks. And we start laying down on the mat. I don't think so. Please start lying down on your blocks with one block horizontally underneath your shoulder blades and the other block underneath your head. There are a couple mats that are out from the class beforehand, so you're welcome to use those if you'd like. My name is Andrea, and I'm very, very excited to do hot yoga with you all. This is one of my passions in life. I did my yoga teacher training in Maui, and I've been a hot yoga advocate and fan for many, many years, so I'm super stoked to bring it here. If you have any questions after class, feel free to hang around and ask, but we do have to get out of here immediately, as the jiu-jitsu class is right after us. Please open your palms to the sky, close your eyes, and allow yourself some time to relax. Start to focus on your breathing and let go of the rest of your day. Let the space between your eyebrows release. Let your breath come naturally. I do a lot of adjusting in class, so if I come over to you, to your mat, to move your hands or feet or something, it's not a criticism, it's not anything like that, it's just to make sure that you are being safe and doing the best posture for your ability. Take a few more breaths. Just releasing your day. Releasing any stress or tension you may have brought with you to the mat today. And let's take a moment here to set an intention. If this is your first time in hot yoga, your intention may be just to stay in the room for the full 30 minutes. Normally this class will be an hour long. I've taken hot yoga weights 90 minutes and 105 feet, so 30 minutes I think is pretty doable. You may also have an intention of loosening your hips. Opening your shoulders, maybe forgetting about some incident that happened to you today or this week, or maybe you're just here to try something new. Either way, once you have set your intention, I invite you to carefully roll off of the blocks and make your way into a child's pose. If you're unfamiliar with child's pose, your feet will be towards the back of your mat. Your toes will be together. Your arms will be outstretched in front of you. If you guys want to face the opposite direction, that would be great because the front of the room is this way. Allow your knees to come wide so that your chest and stomach can sink down in between the knees. Let your forehead rest on the mat. Allow your hips to come down and touch your heels. And breathe. Allow your arms to stretch out in front of you as far as they will go. Focus on the back of your body expanding as you inhale. contracting as you exhale. When you inhale, allow your belly button to come down towards the mat. And then as you exhale, press your belly button against your spine to expel all of the air out of your body. Take a moment here, once again, to remind yourself of your intention for your yoga practice today. And on your next inhale, please look up between your hands and notice them. Are they close together? Are they far apart? The ideal here is to have them shoulder width distance. So look down your arms and make sure that the arms are parallel. Palms, anytime we're on the mat, should be flat on the mat. Now the reason for that is if we bring the hands up off of the mat, then all of the pressure from the weight of your body will end up in the wrist, and that can be very damaging. So we need to press the palms, spread the fingers wide, and use the entire hand. Go ahead and lift your triceps up off of the mat, lift your elbows up, and feel that engagement that happens when we're using the entire arm and strengthening the entire arm. You can keep your forehead down for a few minutes, but lift those elbows up off the mat. So press your palms down and really engage the arms and lift the elbows. Let's take a few more breaths here. Pressing the fingers forward, pressing your hips down into your heels. And take one more inhale. And as you exhale, you may find that you need to move forward a little bit, but curl those toes underneath you, press your heels back, your hips up, and come into downward facing dog. And if this is your first down dog of the day, feel free to take some time bending one knee at a time, moving your hips from side to side, and pressing those heels down toward the mat. Please bring your belly button toward your thighs and turn your hips up toward the ceiling. So the bottom of your glutes should be up toward the ceiling. You can bend your knees a little bit if that will help. There you go. Bend your knees. Palms are flat, fingers are spread wide. That middle finger should be pointing forward to alleviate pressure on the wrist. Press those heels down towards the mat. And then let's inhale and bring that right foot up toward the ceiling. Bend the knee and open the right hip up toward the ceiling. You're welcome to look under your right arm to help open the hip and the side of the body even more. And one more inhale with that right leg up. As you exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. That may take 2, 3, 17 steps. Doesn't matter how many it takes to get there. But bring that right foot to the outside of the right hand. And then drop your left knee down onto the mat. We're going to work to open this hip up. Let that right knee fall open to the side. You're welcome to even come onto the outside of that foot. And then if the flexibility is available for you today, come on down onto your elbows. Keep in mind, every day our flexibility is going to be different. Make sure that your knee is not in front of your toes. So some of you may need to pull your foot up just a little bit more. But we want to protect the knee joint. Humor, hold. If it's uncomfortable to come down onto your elbows, but this doesn't feel like it's stretching enough, that's what the blocks are for. You bring one block underneath each forearm and come to your version, your variation of lizard pose. You're welcome to drop your head down. Allow your neck muscles to rest. Uncurl the toes on your left foot, so the top of your left foot, that's your back foot, is on the mat. And if you want to make this a little more engaging, press your left foot into the mat and lift your left kneecap up off of the mat. You will feel a fire in that right hip flexor. And go ahead and release the left knee. Come back up onto your hands. Curl the left toes and step back to downward facing dog. We're going to switch sides, so bring your left foot up into the air, bend the knee, and allow it to open up. Pointing that knee up towards the ceiling and bring your left foot towards your bottom. Rotate the ankle in one direction, and then in the other direction. And take one more inhale, extend that leg straight up. And as you exhale, bring your left foot to the outside of the left hand. And it may take a few more than one step, and that's perfectly okay. Drop your right knee to the mat. If that's uncomfortable for you, you're welcome to fold the mat up underneath your knee. Uncurl the right toe so the right top of the foot is flat on the mat. And then take an inhale here. And come to where it's comfortable for you, which may be down on your elbows, or staying up on your hands, or halfway between using the blocks. You can allow that left knee to open to the side, maybe coming onto the outside of the left foot. Wherever you are, make sure you're the same on both arms. So if you're down and all of your weight is on that right elbow, grab a couple of blocks and place one underneath each elbow so that your torso is even. And then if you'd like to challenge yourself, press into the top of the right foot and lift that right kneecap up off of the mat. And say hello to your right hip flexor. One more inhale, and exhale, release the right knee to the mat. Curl your right toes, place your palms on the floor, and step back to downward facing dog. And let's inhale here. And as you exhale, I want you to take 1, 2, 3, 4, or 17 steps to come to the front of your mat into a forward fold, also known as Uttanasana. In this forward fold, our goal is to get the stomach to touch the thighs. Bending your knees is a great way to achieve that goal. So if you find that your tummy and your thighs are nowhere near each other, please bend the knees until they are. You're welcome to grab onto opposite elbows. Place your palms flat on the ground. Whatever is comfortable for you. Allow that tailbone to shine up toward the ceiling. As you drop your head and let the crown of your head come near the earth. And from here, let's do a little twisting. If your block is handy, go ahead and grab it. And we're going to place it right between your toes in front of them. I should have said in front of them first. Between your toes. Feet should only be about hip width distance, or you can have your toes and heels touching, but not too bad. Go ahead and place your left hand on the block and open your right hand up toward the ceiling. We want to look up at the ceiling, and we want our shoulders to be vertical. So reach or bend your knees. Bend your knees. Keep those knees bent. We do not want to lose that contact between the stomach and the thighs. We are twisting and opening. Very good. Take one more inhale here. And exhale down and switch. So tailbone down, engage your abdominals, and roll up slowly. One vertebrae at a time. Head is the last thing to lift. Hold the shoulders. How are we doing? Are we sweating yet? Yes? Yay! Alright, toes and heels together if that's comfortable for you. Or you're welcome to maintain hip width distance. We're going to do Ardha Chandrasana or half a minute. This is a variation of it. I want you to engage your thighs, flex your feet. Everyone bring your toes up off of the mat. And if you have fallen arches or flat feet, this is an exercise that you can do every day that will strengthen your feet and help lift your arches. So keep those feet active, legs are active. Inhale, both arms up. And then everyone, I want you to bring your shoulders up and then pull them back down. In yoga, we always want to keep the shoulders down. When the shoulders come up, the lungs collapse. We don't want that. So keep the shoulders down, arms are straight in front. Interlace the fingers and point that pointer fingers to the ceiling. Bring those arms as much as you can. We can inhale up. And then lean over to the left. Looking up under the right hand or right elbow. Press those hips over to the right. And we're not so much trying to sink down, but going up and over. Feel the opening in the waist and the intercostal muscles, which are the muscles between the ribs. Keep that left arm engaged and active. That bottom arm also needs to be engaged. Take one more inhale here. Exhale a little farther. And inhale back up to standing. And exhale the opposite direction. Looking up underneath that left arm. Engaging the right arm. And your biceps should be back towards your ears. Feeling a nice opening in the waist. And the intercostal muscles. Inhale back to center. And exhale to a slight back bend. Push your hips forward. If this is too much for your lower back, you're welcome to bring your hands around behind you and place them on your lower back. Let's lift the hips forward, lift the chest. There. Heads coming forward. One more inhale. And exhale, use your chest and come all the way down into forward fold. And we're going to go right into a sun salutation. So inhale the halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant your palms and step back to plank. You have the option of dropping down onto the knees in plank. Wherever you are, please make sure that you're engaging the muscles between the shoulders. A lot of times you'll see people in plank and they're sinking down here between the shoulders. We don't want that. That's bad for your shoulder joints. So make sure you're pressing into the floor and lifting up between the shoulders. Take an inhale here. And exhale, bring the elbows to scrape the ribs, coming down into chaturanga. Pull through and up as you inhale to up dog. Make sure those palms are flat. And then exhale, curl the toes over and come back to downward facing dog. Check in with your palms. Make sure the palms are flat, fingers are spread wide. And one more inhale here. And as you exhale, take as many steps as you need to come forward to the front edge of the mat, back to forward fold. Inhale the halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to Tadasana. Exhale, hands over a center. Very nice. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your palms and take it back to plank or half plank, whatever is comfortable for you today. Take an inhale, make sure those palms are flat, and exhale, lower down. Elbows scraping the ribs. Inhale forward through the up dog, and then exhale to downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, step the left foot forward between the hands, coming into a low lunge. And it may take 2 or 3 steps, but please make sure that your ankle is directly under the knee and that the knee is not reaching out over the toes. And then go ahead and inhale the arms up, press crescent lunge. Please keep the right toes on the mat and the right heel up so that we can maintain correct alignment with the hips. Both hips should be pointing forward. And if it's available to you, go ahead and look up between the hands. If you're comfortable here, you're welcome to take a slight back bend, reaching up and back, feeling a nice stretch. Arms are straight and strong, just like you karate chopped at the ceiling. Triceps are engaged, shoulders are down away from the ears. Beautiful. One more inhale. Exhale, palms down, and you can step directly back into downward facing dog. Or if you like, you can do a vinyasa going from plank to chaturanga to up dog to down dog. From down dog, step that right foot forward. Make sure that your ankle is directly under the knee, and come up into crescent lunge. Even if you have to take it, look up at those hands, maybe take a slight back bend, lifting with the chest. And one more inhale, and exhale. Come on down, take it to downward facing dog, or take a vinyasa. And go ahead and step the left foot forward. Grab that block and place it on the inside of the left hand at whatever height you may need. Drop your right heel down, and we're going to take it to triangle or trikonasana. Straighten out that left leg as much as you can, which may mean you need to adjust the height of your block. We don't want to hyperextend this, so make sure that you're not locking the knee. Rotate the torso up toward the ceiling. And make sure the spine is nice and straight, so pointing that tailbone towards the glass in the back of the room. And one more inhale. And exhale, both hands down to the mat. You can take it straight back to down dog or take your vinyasa at your leisure. And let's step the right foot forward, drop the left heel, bring that block to the inside of the foot, and again, open up into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Make sure the feet are active, check in with them, go ahead and flex those toes again. Point that tailbone back towards the back of the room. And again, if the left leg, or right leg, excuse me, the front leg is not going straight, go ahead and adjust your block so that you have the mobility to do that. And one more inhale. And exhale, both palms to the mat. Feel free to take a vinyasa or take it straight to down dog. And from down dog, let's walk forward to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, to heart center. And I'm so sorry to say this, but we have to go to Shavasana now because we're on time. So please come down onto your mat. If your heart is still, stay seated for a few moments. If you feel calm enough, please go ahead and lay all the way down into our final resting pose. Especially with the heat, make sure to take enough time to relax. Shavasana is the most important posture of any yoga practice. At the end of every yoga session, we do this resting posture for our bodies to accumulate and acclimate to all the change that we've gone through. Please open your palms to the ceiling. That will help to open the collarbones. You're welcome to bring your arms out a little wider. And close your eyes. And give your body permission to rest. Allow your toes to fall open. Allow your heels hips, your tailbone, your sacrum to sink down into the mat. Allow your spine to release. Allow each vertebra space. Allow your abdominals to release. Allow your rib cage to be heavy. Allow your arms, your biceps, your triceps, your forearms, and each finger, your palms to relax. Allow your neck to release. Allow the muscles of your face to relax, releasing your jaw, releasing your tongue. Go ahead and bring your awareness back to your breath. Begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, rotate your wrists and ankles. And if you are up on the blocks, be very careful when you roll over to your right side. Otherwise, go ahead and curl up into a supported fetal position using your right arm as a pillow. Take a moment here to reflect on the intention you set at the beginning of class, and to also acknowledge the hard work that you did today. Thank yourself for doing something wonderful and amazing to nurture and nourish your body. And when you feel comfortable, go ahead and press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. And we'll close class with 3 breaths all together. Open your palms up, sit up nice and tall. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And finally inhale. And exhale. Please bring your hands to heart center. At the end of yoga practice, we always say the word namaste, which means there's a divine light inside of you, and I salute and honor that light. Thank you all for practicing yoga with me today. Namaste. Thank you guys. And we gotta get out quick. And I don't want them to kick my butt.
Thank you for allowing me to stay.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
wonderful.
There's a little bit of disinfectant, you guys want to spray a mat, like me.
The one we had in September,
Mhm.
they did it in 45 minutes each.
Okay.